At 16, my dad disowned me for my brother's lie. "You're a disgrace," he yelled. 2 weeks later, the truth shattered him. My dad called me a disgrace and kicked me out of the house at 16 because of a lie my brother told. 2 weeks later, the truth came out, and my father couldn't even look at himself. I was a junior in high school when it happened. Good grades, never got in trouble. I worked weekends at a hardware store and gave half my check to my mom for groceries without anyone asking me to. My brother Travis was 19. He'd dropped out of community college after one semester and was living at home doing nothing. But Travis was the favorite, always had been. Dad called him his mini-me. They watched football together every Sunday. When Travis walked in the room, Dad lit up. When I walked in, he barely noticed. I kept my head down, did my work, and counted the days until I could leave. Then Travis did what Travis always does. He messed up and made it my problem. It started on a Friday night. I was at work. Travis had friends over while our parents were at dinner. When Mom and Dad came home, the basement was trashed. Broken lamp, burn mark on the couch, a hole in the drywall, and Dad's toolbox in the garage was open. His grandfather's watch was missing. That watch meant everything to him. His grandfather wore it in Korea. It was the only thing he had left of him. Travis told Dad I threw the party, that I got out of control, and that I probably took the watch to sell it. I was at work. I clocked in at 4 and clocked out at 10, but nobody called me to ask. When I got home, Dad was waiting. His face was red. "Where's the watch?" "What watch?" Travis told me everything. "I was at work, Dad. Call my manager." He didn't call anyone. He stood up and pointed at the door. "You're a disgrace. Get out of my house." I looked at my mom. She was on the couch, staring at the floor. She didn't say a word. "Dad, I can prove it." "I don't need proof. Your brother told me what happened. Pack a bag and get out." I packed a bag. I walked to my friend Danny's house, and his mom let me sleep on their couch. She gave me a blanket and said I was welcome to stay. I went to school Monday like nothing happened. Worked my shifts. Did homework on Danny's kitchen table. Mom texted me once. "Your father needs time." Travis didn't text at all. The truth came out 12 days later, and it didn't come out because anyone in my family went looking for it. It came out because Travis's friend Cody got drunk at a party and told someone that Travis had pawned an old military watch for $350 and split the money with him. That someone happened to be Danny's older sister. She told Danny. Danny told his mom. His mom called my mom. My mom confronted Travis. He denied it at first. Then Mom found the pawn receipt in his jacket pocket. $350 for a vintage military watch. She drove to the pawn shop that afternoon and bought it back for $500 because the owner had already cleaned it and marked it up. Dad came to Danny's house that night. He knocked on the door and stood on the porch with his hands in his pockets. Danny's mom answered. He asked if I was there. She said yes. He asked if he could talk to me. She looked at me. I shook my head. She told him I didn't want to talk. He stood on that porch for 15 minutes. Danny's mom finally went out and told him to go home. He left. Mom called the next day. She was crying. Travis admitted everything. The party, the watch, all of it. Your father is devastated. Is he devastated because of what he did to me, or because he found out Travis lied? She went quiet. Both. Those aren't the same thing, Mom. He wants you to come home. He threw me out without asking a single question. He had a 16-year-old walk out the door at 10 at night with a bag. He didn't call my job. He didn't check the time card. He just believed Travis because that's what he always does. She was crying harder now. "Please come home." "I'll come home because I'm 16 and I don't have a choice, but I'm not coming back for him." I moved back in the next day. Dad tried to talk to me in the kitchen. "I made a mistake. You made a choice. I should have listened. You should have called the hardware store. It would have taken 2 minutes." He sat down at the table and rubbed his face. "I'm sorry." I didn't answer. I went to my room and closed the door. Travis got grounded for a month. A month. I got kicked out for almost 2 weeks over a lie, and he got grounded. He never apologized to me. Not once. I finished high school at Danny's kitchen table more than my own. I applied to a trade school in another state and left the week after graduation. Dad drove me to the bus station. He tried to hug me. I let him, but I didn't hug back. He said, "I love you." I said, "I know. That was 4 years ago. I'm 20 now. I have my own apartment and a full-time job. Dad calls every Sunday. I pick up sometimes. When I do, he talks about football and the weather and avoids everything that matters. Travis still lives at home. He still hasn't apologized. Some parents will believe the kid who lies because it's easier than admitting the one they trusted was the problem all along.